What is going on, guys? I wanted to check in with you, say hello, and welcome you officially to 2022. I made a video, the last video, you could go back and check it out, that was basically saying the same thing, but now we are 7 days into the new year. How's your year starting off? Mine has been balls to the wall. It has been probably the busiest first week of January that I've ever had in my entire life or career, which is great. And I'm super excited about that. And I'm very grateful and thankful. What about you? How are things starting for you? I, um, I wanted to, something that was heavy on my heart today because I have been trying slowly to go back to the gym to do maybe pushing it a little bit more than my doctor wants me to be doing after my shoulder surgery. Say that twice, three times. Shoulder surgery, shoulder surgery. I can't do it. Shoulder surgery. Not really supposed to be doing some of the things that I'm doing, but I'm doing them anyway. I'm not lifting weights, Doc. If you happen to ever come across this video, and you are awesome, fantastic. You made the old shoulder like the Iron Man. It's awesome. But I had to do more cardio than sitting on a bike. I'm sorry, I just had to do it. And so, anyway, I've started off the year, and I was, woke up this morning. It was cold. It was chilly. I didn't want to go to the gym, and I'm like, I got to go. I made a commitment. I've got like this 2 week stretch that I'm really trying to, make sure that I get back in better cardio shape because I'm hopeful that I'll get released to go play soccer soon. And I don't want to, look horrible out there. And most importantly, I was just feeling sluggish because I'm accustomed to working out. I'm accustomed to doing very different and a variety of routines, and I haven't been able to do that because I've been limited, which is really stinky, and it has been affecting me mentally. And I was at that decision point, right, where it's like, man, it's just it's Friday. I could just like sleep in a little bit. I could enjoy this warm, comfortable bed, and I was trying to make up the excuse as to why I could avoid going today, but I fortunately didn't. And it got me thinking, 7 days into the new year, a lot of people set goals, resolutions, objectives, whatever. And then when they break them, everybody's got an excuse. And I've been thinking about excuses this week because I've had a couple of things happen at work with a couple of situations with some clients and some opportunities that we've been exploring, some partnerships. And it's funny how when people don't have the progress that is expected, they come up with every excuse under the sun, but most people won't own it. And it's really interesting because I have a situation with somebody who has continually promised me something to potentially develop with our business. And their company has fallen short every single time. And rather than the leader of this company actually taking ownership to it, it's excuse, 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 but never personal ownership to the situation. And it got me thinking about how easy excuses become to put out there and why those defaults. Hey, why I didn't call you? Why I didn't return that email? Why I didn't, immediately jump on that thing I said I would do, or why I haven't completed the project I needed to complete, or whatever it is, right? Fill in the blank. But how many of us wear excuses like a bad suit? And after a while, like with this particular, individual that I'm talking to, it becomes very apparent that that is their default mode. And maybe at the end of the day, they're not committed to making any progress. And I sort of figured out that I really want to pick up the phone and have a conversation with them today and just say, look, if this isn't the right time and it isn't a good fit, let's not continue to push it, because all we are doing is frustrating one another because I call you and say, are we ready to go? And you reluctantly pick up the phone and say, this, and this hasn't happened, and this why I can't do it. And this is, but there's no ownership to next step and to getting us from point A to point B. And I guess the reason I was thinking about it in the business context is just how often this thing happens, right? And how easy people seem to make it for us to throw out the excuses instead of real valid reasons why we haven't made the progress. And there are valid reasons why potentially we don't make progress. And sometimes just being upfront and honest. Look, I just haven't put enough time or energy, or I haven't aligned the right team members for this opportunity. I'm not sure who I want to have lead this. Or, hey, I just don't know what this is going to do to my company and my productivity and whether I can even deliver what you're asking of me. Just having that conversation opens up a dialogue and an opportunity to have that conversation and be a little bit more upfront. And what it does is it actually helps build your reputation and your brand with the other person or the other entity or whatever, right? Because you're not just laying down the excuse and resting on those laurels, but you're actually legitimately saying, here's where I am. These are my blockers. These are the issues and these are the challenges. So how does that come back to what I was talking about getting out of bed today? Same thing, right? Did you or did you not make a commitment to yourself, Steve? Yes, I did. Was I going to go to the gym every day for 14 days, 7 days a week, for 2 weeks? Yes, I absolutely was. If I stayed in this warm, comfortable bed, how will I feel about myself at 9 o'clock, at 12 o'clock, at 3 o'clock today? And will I actually go to the gym after work tonight? No, because I won't, because there'll be stuff to do, and I'm committed to do things. So, where or what is holding you back other than just this warm, comfortable bed? You could easily just ignore the commitment you made to yourself, or you could actually step up to the plate and follow through like you said you would. And I'm just a big believer that this excuse suit that we seem to feel like we can wear, that like it's some sort of protective coat, like whatever somebody expects of me, I can just absolve myself from because I am, exempt from it. You're not. Let me tell you, every time that you don't follow through on a commitment, every time that you don't do something you said you would do, every time you aren't where you said you would be or delivering what you said you'd deliver, the excuse suit looks bad on you. It's a misshapen, badly formed, ugly look on you. And it impugns your brand, it impugns your company, it impugns everything there is to be around who you are. And so as you go through this first week of January and you say to yourself, after I had 2 champagnes and I had that resolution to do this or this or this or this, ask yourself, are you allowing yourself to slip on that excuse suit and make yourself feel better by not making the progress, and really in the end making yourself either feel worse because you didn't, or more probably even worse, creating a more downward opinion of yourself with others if somebody is depending on you for whatever they have to do or whatever you said your deliverable would be. Personally, professionally, don't put on the excuse suit. It's a bad look. Anyway, I know I kind of went full circle there, but I just wanted to share that with you. A couple of announcements that I want to make on this video is there's a new sort of countdown / count up on my Twitter at Rippleon, RIPPLEON. I ask you to follow me. And more importantly, do me a favor, ripple me out to 8 other people that you think would benefit from some of the stuff that I put out there. I don't overwhelm people. I'm not sitting on Twitter all day. I don't got no time for that. But I do try and put a good thought or two out there periodically, article or something that I think you might benefit from. So if you have like 8 other people, think of the combined power of the ripple that you'd be doing. People will be like coming back to you like, dude or dudette, you connect me to that guy, and I am just so grateful. The other thing I will tell you is that if you shoot me an email, steve@ripplecentral.com, we are doing a virtual 8-minute Ripple on January 13th, 5 to 7 p.m. We're trying a new format, new approach, a new direction. And if you happen to catch this video and you are interested in trying to connect with other people in a non-networky way, this is the event you want to attend. We are bringing it out to respect COVID and all the other craziness that's going on, because let's face it, live events right now are going to be a challenge. So we're trying some new stuff. We got a special guest speaker. We got the rippling. We got a special creative exercise that we're going to have you do on the front end that you're going to get an opportunity to really leverage. It's just going to be a whole lot of fun. So anyway, why don't you shoot me an email if you might be interested, steve@ripplecentral.com. Time is of the essence. This is a limited time opening. So we're going to close registration fairly soon. But we have some spots available if you want to check it out. So steve@ripplecentral.com. And then otherwise, go out there, do good in the world, my friends. Go out, create some positive ripples for yourself and for other people. And as always, ripple on.